Today I'm gonna be trying again to paint my glasses case. I tried this in the last painting live that I did, but I really didn't like how it turned out. So I just like basically wiped away all that we did and I painted over with like a little bit more black. You can see, right, where I like fixed up the edges a little bit. I know it still looks like very scraggly, but don't worry. The painting we're doing today will cover that up. Let me show you. The goal is this. This is the flower that I'm trying to paint. I also painted this flower, but that was months ago, and I haven't been great about practicing it. So just because I did it then doesn't mean I can do it now. Sorry, I did a silly thing. I forgot to get a cloth to wipe my pencils. So I'm gonna have to. I used toilet paper. It's fine. All right. You really think like, oh, I got everything, and then you always forget something. Very difficult. I'm gonna start with the flower this time, because last time I started with the leaves, and I feel like I ran out of steam before I got to the flower. So we're just gonna start with the leaves. These flowers are pretty much the same size. I wonder what paintbrush I used here. Okay, this is a 0. That's too small. I believe I used, this is a number 4. I believe I must use, the 6 is definitely too big. Does anyone remember what I used last time? I sure don't. Should I go for a 2 or a 4? No, I think the 4 will work well. Yeah, let's go for the 4. So first step's to hydrate the pencil a little bit. Let's pull out the colors we'll need, which at first will just be the blue and the white. Whoa! Big glob of paint. Okay, there goes the blue. Let me get a little bit more. Already got my fingers dirty. Unsurprising, but it is what it is. Okay. And then let's get a little bit of white out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is simply way too much. Wait, let me use this actually. As soon as I put this white paint away, we'll start painting. I just got a little bit too much out of the thing. And if I leave it out, it's gonna dry out and then it's just gonna be a waste. Okay, what if I just pick it up and press against it like this? This is gonna work, right? Just scoop it right back up. Yeah, that worked. That worked great. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna get started for realsies. First, pick up some blue. I like to make sure the pencil really gets saturated, not the pencil, the paintbrush gets saturated with a lot of blue so that I don't run out of paint halfway through. And then just a tip of white. Now we're going to start from the outside in, and it's going to go great. All right, everyone, take a deep breath. It's going to go great. Not as good as our example one, but honestly better than I did last time. So let's hope I can only improve for here. If this time it turns out bad too, I'm sorry, I'm not redoing it. I will simply have kind of an ugly glasses case. I can live with that. All right, next stroke, deep breath in. Okay, not great. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to redo that one. Maybe just like the little tip, because the tip turned out a little bit weird. Oh, that's better, that's better. All right. Uh, it's better. Still not great, but maybe I just have to like lower my standards slightly. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's about the journey, not the destination, and not the product. Okay, that one turned out a little bit better. Can I fit one more in there? No, I'll just cover it up when I come in from the side. I think I do the right petal next. So, excuse me, I'm gonna turn this around as I work because I think that will make it for a better experience and the better product. Okay, that was better. The key is both like confidence and not doing it too fast, which is like a hard balance to strike. But that one wasn't too bad. Deep breath in. That one looks good. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it, everyone. Okay, it's already going way better than our last painting stream, so I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, next one. Deep breath in. Gorgeous. Oh, I don't really like that little tip, but it's alright. I'll just paint it over with something else. Okay. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's certainly serviceable, so I'm happy with that. Okay, this next stroke is really key, because if this one looks bad, then it's kind of all gonna fall apart. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, yes, yes, yes. That turned out exactly how I wanted it to. I'm very happy with that. Perfect. I'm glad. That one's kind of an important one. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I would guess it would help if I put it a little bit closer. But that part is a little bit transparent, so I'm going to try to add a little bit of blue just to that part. I don't know if it's this material. Okay, there's a little bit of dried paint there. Let me get that off the paintbrush. I don't know if it's the material of this phone case or what, but I feel like compared to paper and even compared to other like actual projects I've done, the paint gets so like weirdly transparent and streaky with this in a way that I feel like it really doesn't like on the paper, you know? But whatever, we persevere, we make it work. Okay. Next stroke. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, it's really turning out. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's turning out. Okay. And honestly, it's going by pretty fast. I'm glad of that. Good. Okay, I'm gonna redo that last one. The last one's kind of a hard one because all of them are sort of like slanting to the right, and then the last one has to sort of slant to the left to fill in that gap. I shouldn't have tried to do it all in one go. Okay, 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 okay. I don't love how the top of that last one looks. I'm gonna try to fix it a little bit. Technically, in this style, you're not really supposed to go in after that first stroke. You're really supposed to try to get it in one stroke. But like sometimes you just gotta, you know, sometimes you just gotta. that you have to do with a very light touch. I might just go for the stroke again. Just because, like, it's the last one. I really want it to turn out good. Okay. Last shot, whatever we get this time is what we get this time. I'm not going to spend the whole live just redoing this one stroke. Okay. The first one was better. I should have just left it the first one. But honestly, besides that last stroke, it doesn't look bad at all. Like, that's the vision. We're doing the vision. Okay. The more I try to fix that last stroke, the more I mess it up. I should have just, like, left it as was. Okay, okay. That's fine. Right? Should I try it one more time? I could try the second to last one and the last one again. And I feel like maybe that will put me in a better place. Okay, first the second to last one. There it is. And now the last one. I'm like, it's just getting too muddied because I keep going over it. This is why you're not really supposed to go over it. We're just gonna have to leave it like that. I think we're just gonna have to leave it like that and trust that that is good enough. And honestly, with most of these things, when you look at it from far away, you can't really tell. So obviously this is a symmetrical design, so now we're gonna do the other side. Okay. Gorge. Not mad at that at all. Not as good, but not bad either. Okay, this one isn't good, but I have to learn my lesson from the last one. The more I mess around with it, the worse it's gonna get. So let's just stop there and turn it upside down to do the left side petal. Oof, that one did not turn out good. Ooh, that curve right there, look at that. That is not a good curve, but whatever. We'll just keep it. It is what it is. Okay, that one was better. I'm not mad at that one. Honestly, if that one was the first stroke, I would have been really happy with that, but that's alright. I think we need to get more blue out of the thing. I'm sort of running out of the blue that I poured out. Ooh, that one's not good. That's alright. They don't all have to be perfect. They don't all have to be perfect. And when you look at it as an ensemble, it looks better. I might just, instead of pouring more blue out, I'll just take some blue straight from the lid of the thing. I think that'll work well. Because I'm only mixing it with white, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, the first stroke of the middle petal is really important, so I really can't F this up. So deep breath in. Okay, that was good. Not perfect, but good, and I'll take good. I don't need perfect. Good is simply good enough for me. Okay. I don't love the way the tip of that stroke came out, but I've learned from my mistakes. I'm not gonna try to overcorrect and be too perfectionistic, because that backfires on me. Okay, now it's time for the last stroke, which as you know is a difficult one, important one. Sorry, give me 1 second, everyone.